The single thing I want to share with you today is music is a business and it should be treated as such. What is business? Business is the production, distribution, and sale of goods or services for profit. Music business is the production, distribution, and sale of music for profit. In business, there are factors to consider before starting. Things like location, costs, capital, demand, market, competition, to name just a few. But how many people, how many musicians put this into consideration? Well, I have a confession to make. In 2014, I did a song with a renowned reggae artist. His name is Isis. Audio produced by the best in the music industry, Motive Didon, and the video by a well-celebrated creative director. His name is Nanda Saba. Well, it was a spark of creativity because the other artist was just a friend. He called me and told me, let's go to the studio. We went, the producer put on the beats, and like always, we liked it, we liked the rhythm, and wrote on it. But I failed miserably in one thing. I failed to understand the meaning of business. I failed to understand the meaning of music business. I also failed to understand that there are factors to consider before starting a business. The song is on YouTube. Apart from a few thousand likes and being labeled as Msanii, nothing much came out of it. So flashback to 2014. Now I am much exposed. I know what business is. I know what music business is. And I also know that indeed there are factors to consider before starting a business. And it's in this regard that as a publicist that I've become now, in 2021, I came up with a cheat code for musicians to help them learn early what I learned late. And I prefer to call it the 3 Ps to make things easier. The first P is product. Product in this case is your music. Music is the product that you're putting out in the market. So it has to be quality. That is no negotiation. It has to be of top-notch quality. Your music, the product also needs to be purposeful. You need to know why you're doing the music. You also need to know who your target audience is. That will help you in the language you're going to use, the kind of video you're going to shoot, and also you'll understand how to reach your target audience. The other thing your product needs to have is value and brand consistency. Today, you cannot be doing, today you're doing reggae, tomorrow you're doing hip hop, the next day you're doing gengeton. You will confuse your fans, and you might end up losing them in the long run. The second P is plan. You need to have a plan. A marketing plan, a production plan, a PR plan, and a sales plan. Don't just have a production plan like I did. I just went to the studio and produced the music, and that was it. I didn't know how I needed to market it. I didn't have any PR plan. I didn't know how am I supposed to how will my song reach the media. I didn't have any of that. And also, I never thought of how that product that I've put out is going to bring me income. I mean, I put money in the production. So as a business, the money is supposed to come back. This is commonly known as return on investment or ROI. I never ever thought of that. So I'm speaking to you today to ensure that you have a plan in place for everything, for every stage. Before you produce, have a plan. Know, is it a collaboration? Who are you going to collaborate with? Where are you going to produce your song and why? After that, you need to know how will my music reach the audience and when. Also, you need to know how is that music going to make you money. Don't just do music for the hype and for the fame, because you will end up frustrated. If you put money in, you are going to expect money to come back. And the third P is professionalism. This, I much insist on this because people just think music is for fun and it's a hobby. Well, it can be a hobby, but it's gotta be an expensive hobby if you don't take it serious. So on professionalism, one, you need to have a team. Don't go in all alone. You need to have at the least one person, someone who you can brainstorm with, someone who you know understands your vision, and someone who can help you develop as a brand. So you need to at least have that one person. You know, even when you're performing, he or she can take photos of you. They can give you ideas. On your low days, they can give you encouragement. So you can have a team of as many people as you wish. You know, there's a lawyer. There are people in the music industry. There are lawyers, publicists, promoters, producers, you know, record label, name them. But at the least, just have one person who has your best interests at heart. Also, you need to have a toolkit. This shows how professional you are and how serious you're taking your music. So on a toolkit, go and take professional photos, please. I've had instances where people you're asking someone to send you a photo probably for a poster, and they're sending Snapchat photos or they're sending selfies. This is not okay. I'm sorry, but this is just not okay. Invest in your music. Don't expect people to come and invest in your music if you yourself don't invest in it. So ensure you take professional photos. That is a must. That needs to be in your toolkit. Number 2, have your bio. Have a professionally written bio. This is the musician's CV or resume. You need to have that. A bio that tells us when you started, the music you've done, where we can find you on socials and all that. So there are things that are not optional. Music is a profession like any other, you know. Yeah, maybe there's no graduation day or anything, but there are things that must be respected and you cannot do without. So we've said professional photos, and also you need a bio. And also now, as you proceed in your career, in your music career, you also need to have an EPK. This is an electronic press kit. It is a compilation of all that, of your bio, your photos, your social media handles, your music, your videos, your YouTube channel, all that in one, so that it's easier for you. In case an event organizer wants to know more about you, you just send them your EPK and they can clearly see. When I am seated on this side as the event organizer, I receive that EPK, the value, it comes with a value add. So, of course, there's where I will place you as compared to someone who will send me Snapchat photos and then send me link to Instagram separately, link to what separately. This is how I will see you. And of course, you know, the money will be different. So present yourself professionally. The other thing is there are terms that you need to get familiar with. One is copyright. you need to understand what is a copyright. When do you need to copyright your work? Secondly, there are split sheets. We've had cases where people say, I did music with this person, it was a collabo, but now they're taking all the money by themselves, they're not sharing, because you never had any agreement between the two of you or between you and the producer. You never had, you just went, paid for the studio time, did the music and went, put it up on YouTube, shared the link on everyone's WhatsApp and went home. So this is a business. Again, this is a business and should be treated as such. So make sure you approach it professionally. Make sure from the get-go you are in agreement with the producer, or if it's a collaboration, you are in agreement with the other party on who gets what share. Please, because I've had a lot of cases on this. So please get familiar with such terms. Ask the producer for a split sheet, sign, agree, and then now you can move forward. So there are those terms that you need to get familiar with in the music industry. And I want that day to come when music will not be a side hustle, but will be the main hustle. A time when musicians won't have to do other jobs so that they are able to sustain their music career, because it is possible. I mean, music is one of the most consumed commodities in the world, in the class of coffee, you know. So its stakeholders, its practitioners, in the lives of its practitioners should reflect this. And that will be my happiest day. My name is Mih. I am a publicist, and my job is to make your brand sustainable. Thank you.